Hey, good morning. Happy Friday. It's been a while since I've sort of done an official 3 to Grow video, so I thought I'd put it out there. Remember, my idea of 3 to Grow is take 3, maybe 4 minutes and grow yourself as a person and as a leader. So this morning I spent a little bit of my morning at the DMV here with my oldest son. He was going to get his learner's permit. Now, today was the second day in a row we were at the BMV. He was there yesterday with his mom and didn't have the best experience with the test. And so we went back. And so as I'm watching him take the test, as I'm talking to him as we're going in, and yeah, we studied last night. And I'm by no means, by the way, I'm not a helicopter parent, right? I don't hover over. I'm not what now people are calling a lawnmower parent, where anytime things get a little rough and thick, you come in as a parent and you just clear a path for them. And I'm not that either, but I found myself sitting there watching him struggle through the test again today. And I couldn't help but think of me as a leader and ultimately you as a leader. How many times do we make sure our people don't fail? And while we would say we learn best from our failures, we would all say, no, I've probably learned a lot more from my failures than my successes. Yet how many times do we really put our people in a position where they can fail and grow? How many times do we put them in a position where they can stretch? Now, I understand that you can't necessarily in a business setting let someone completely fail, because there's consequences from a production side, there's consequences on the customer relation side. So at times you have to step in and help and come alongside. But where are you putting people that are in your span of care in a position for them to possibly fail? So you've got that person that they don't do well in front of a group of people speaking, so you just handle all the presentations. You just handle the 5-minute meeting every morning because they're just not very good at it. Tell me how they're ever going to get better if you don't put them in a position where they may have to fail, where you may have to do a little bit of cleanup and come alongside them. Because if you don't, then you're like me sitting at the DMV and wanting to go up and look over their shoulder. And what's funny is there's very few cases in life where we actually can't. The DMV is one, because if I get up and go look over his shoulder, the one of the ladies at the counter is going to come up and go, hey, Dad, you need to sit down. There are very few places in life where that happens. It certainly very rarely ever happens inside a business setting. So I need you to think about what you're doing to help your people grow. And if we truly know that growth only comes from discomfort and growth only comes from failure, then ask yourself, what are you doing to make your people uncomfortable? And what are you doing to make your people fail? Because if you're not doing any of that, then maybe you're a lawnmower leader. Maybe you're the helicopter leader and you don't want them to ever struggle. And not because you don't want them to grow, it's more because you're concerned about how it will look on you or your department or your division. I don't know. Maybe that's just anxiety thoughts from a dad. Regardless, he passed the test this time. He did very well, and then he drove back to high school, which, Jesus take the wheel, because 50 miles an hour never felt so fast. Anyways, leaders, you guys make a difference every day, and that difference can be for good or for bad. That choice is yours. For those of you who are trying to do it well, who are growing and asking where you can get better, thank you. So I hope you have a great weekend, and don't forget, think differently, lead courageously, and live passionately.